All right, so I'm here to talk about how I did last month in the month of April.
3, 2, 1. Here we go!
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shanita. Here on this channel, I provide content on the DoorDash platform, gig economy work, and a plan to help you repay your student loan debt. Once a month, I share my achievements as well as some setbacks on how my progress is going towards repaying my private student loan debt. So if any of these topics interest you, consider subscribing. So I can't even believe that we are now in the 5th month of the year. It's like, where did the time even go? I don't really have any major takeaways for the month of April. It was pretty much straightforward based on some of the things that I said in my last video. So the things that I am looking forward to in the month of April: weather conditions, more daylight. Great. I think those two things are really good factors in terms of being able to make more money. And then in terms of things I'm not looking forward to in the month of April, it is baseball season, Astros games, very big deal here in Texas. So for that reason, there is going to be a lot more traffic. And because of that, there's going to be a lot more people that are not going to be at home. They're going to be at Astros games, they're going to be at bars, they're going to be at gatherings with their friends and family, rooting on their home team. That might play a factor in how I do for the month of April. It was pretty predictable. While I did come up short in terms of my monthly achievement goal, I think what really saved me for the month of April was all the rain that comes in the month of April. With gig work, the more rain you get during your runs or deliveries or pickups even, the bigger the payout. So it was really nice to be able to bank on the fact that if it rains, even though things are moving a little slower, at least I can rely on being able to provide a service when people don't want to go outside. So I could understand that when it wasn't raining, it was going to be very, very slow. If I didn't have any student loans, I'd be out there doing the same thing too. Eating at outdoor restaurants, just having a really great time and enjoying the weather. And those really beautiful days also tended to happen during the weekends. And on those weekends, I kind of felt like ditching this whole idea myself and just enjoying myself. Those were definitely the days where I felt like everybody else has the right idea and I don't. I definitely felt a strong case of FOMO for the month of April. I realized though that when I did my March review, I didn't even stop to realize that during that same time last year is exactly when everything stopped. And I didn't take the time to reflect on the difference the year had made. I remember during that time, as well as this time even, there were lots of restaurants short-staffed and very, very much overwhelmed. There were several delays in getting orders. Orders would take a lot longer because there were fewer people to fulfill them. Restaurants were closing a lot earlier because they needed some time to sterilize everything properly before the next day. But on the flip side of the coin, there were very, very generous tips from the customers. A lot of the customers paid higher tips during that time last year. So let's take a look back at the month of April 2020. It looks like the total came to $1,494.82. So it looks like last year, April 2020, that was the sweet spot. That is pretty much the average of what I had hoped to hit every single month this year. Not happening, of course, but now let's take a look at this year's April 2021 earnings. So it looks like I hit over 1,000 but did not meet my goal. Looks like the total came to $1,090.59. Not bad. Not bad. It looks like I didn't do too bad with hitting my weekly earnings goals either, at least not for the first full 2 weeks of the month of April. But it still looks like I hit a shortfall of $404.23. I see this still being a consistent pattern for the month of May at least. As the weather continues to be right about perfect, I don't see any reason for why anybody would probably prefer to eat indoors instead of outdoors, unless they do have limitations that prevent them from doing so. With that said, as the heat index starts to increase, that's when I believe I'll start to see a heavier traffic flow of requests coming in for deliveries. I don't see that happening right now, but as we get into July and August and even September, I definitely see that there's a possibility for me to make up for some of the income loss I'm experiencing so far. In addition to that, here are some things that I'm not looking forward to for the month of May. Sporting events will still continue, which means that will drive traffic away from being at home and more outdoors, which I can't blame them. Waiting in the service department while my car gets its AC replaced. That's not fun. It getting overall hotter. Not fun. And summer breaks. Schools are going to be let out very soon, which means there's going to be more competition on the roads because there's going to be several people who now have a little bit more time in their day to get in some side hustle game. So competitive market in the summertime. So let's pay some bills. So as you can see, the balance is now around about $15,000 on the student loan that I'm currently paying off. I am making my monthly overpayment of all of the earnings that I receive from my DoorDash income of $1,090.59. And it's done. There it goes. If you do enjoy these monthly check-in videos, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you're new here and would like to catch up on my previous monthly check-in student loan debt payment videos, feel free to click on the playlist here. And to subscribe, click here. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.